So honestly speaking, now that you've met me, spar with me, do you think I spar too hard? After all the videos you've seen me, do you think I'm that guy? Do you think I'm the one who instigates it?
Like, so we were like worried, you know what I mean? Because like you got a lot of horsepower. I don't have a lot of horsepower. I was like, man, I know Jeff's gonna want to spar. Like,
but my question is, I post the hard stuff, but very occasionally. If you only watch the hard sparring, then yes, it seems like I spar hard all the time. But I post so much technical sparring, way more.
So I know what I'm looking at when I watch your stuff. You know the biggest problem is? It's got nothing to do with the sparring. It's your personality. Your personality doesn't come through in those moments, in those videos. You seem like this Terminator and this like, when we did the video where we said, it's
you guys said I was the Hulk?
That was into the Hulk. And you're literally like the funniest, sweetest, like most genuine guy. Like he's like so personable. And then once I met your personality, it wasn't congruent with like, I was scared. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get low kicked to fucking death. Like, oh my God, and you're like, no man, let's play around. Let's show me some of your tricks. And we did the trick, you know, like giving each other room to go.
You're also smaller than me, so you would assume that I would have control. And for me, I usually get into hard sparring sessions with bigger guys. And the issue with that is a lot of people don't understand it, but a guy who's significantly bigger, his 50% is probably like my 60, 70%. So if he hits me with 50%, it's unfair for me to do 50%. I have to go at least 60, 70%. I go up to 80% to make it fair. And when I go 80%, he goes up to 80%, and then now we're just fighting.
Yeah.
But people don't understand that.
When I was little, people would try to play fight with me. You know, like, oh, you're trying to play fight. I was like, bro, I only have a couple speeds I can go at. Like, if you're trying to hold me down, like it was a bigger kid holding me down, or I was so little that I'm like, bro, if I want to get up, I gotta go crazy. Like, I can't just like, oh, get off me. So it's hard being the little guy, smaller guy in a sparring exchange and picking that right intensity. If you have good sparring partners that know, when I go with Seth, I go harder at Seth than he goes at me. Because he's so much bigger, you know, he knows I'm whipping kicks in and doing stuff like that.
Faster.
Yeah.
Handsomer.
Right.
Yeah, I don't have an issue with partners who we have established a strong relationship. Like I have partners who are significantly bigger than me, like Fred Stonehouse, do you know him? He's a coach, ponytail, like super, super good. Like you should check him out, he's really good. When we spar, we go very fair. He's very good at like understanding that he's bigger than me. But usually with me, I go to different gyms and I meet new people for the first time. Not only do they see the camera, but they see the guy filming the camera, he's a YouTuber. Yeah. I would be lying if I said I never instigated. I'm sure I've instigated, and maybe I took it too far. But I guess what I'm trying to say is I've never intentionally started. Because they are just bigger guys, and like I said, 50% with speed and their control is way more than my power. And I'll admit, I have a bit of an ego, and I get in trouble with my fiancée all the time.
What does she say? What does she say, like during the debrief, like after you've sparred, when you guys get in the car, what does she say? Like
to a point where I'm not gonna bring her into I admit I have a bit of an ego, because if someone hits me hard, in my mind it's like, I don't wanna, like, hey man, you wanna like go easy on me, and I give them what I got. Of course I pick my battles. Like I'm honest with myself. If I went to Francis Ngannou's gym and then he started going hard on me, I'm not gonna amp it up and I'm gonna be like, yo, chill. But maybe that's someone my level or someone less experienced than me goes hard on me, I'm gonna fight.
So every time I go somewhere, like when I travel, people try to kill me all the time. Because I say a lot of things that rub a lot of people the wrong way. So when I'm visiting gyms, at least one person always tries to kill me. And I don't have near the horsepower that you've got. And so I have a couple moves I can do. I can kind of play possum. Ah, you got me. No, I can't keep up. I'm so sorry. Or if I think I can survive, I turn it up too. It's really hard to take for a grown-ass man to tell another grown-ass man, hey, can you go a little easier on me? Right. You know, that's like literally the hardest thing in the world to do.
Especially as someone who has a bit of experience like I do.
And because you're like, hey, I can go harder if you want to go harder. But ultimately it's the coach's job, in my opinion. In my gym, it's my job, especially if you're visiting.
Yeah.
If you're visiting a gym and you and one of their guys start getting into it, you think the coach is going to go up to his guy and go, hey, take it easy on that guy, take it easy. No, your target practice.
They want to win. You have a target on your back, especially if you're a YouTuber. There's two types. I go to a new gym because I go to lots of random gyms. It's either they don't know me and they're like, who's this YouTuber with the camera? Yeah. He's trying to make a highlight reel of me. Or scenario two is they know me and they know me as the YouTuber who spars hard. People see me as this guy that spars hard, but what about the 70, 80% of sparring videos that are all technical and light and with smaller people?
So I'll ask you this. I can counter your question with a question.
Yeah.
So you know those comments you get where people are like, oh, like, F this guy, he spars so hard, oh, he's just beating up on people, he's a bully, gym bully, blah, 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 blah. What about the 90 to 95% of your comments that are like, thank you, Jeff. Thank you for helping me.
Oh yeah.
The negative is what sticks out to us.
Absolutely. Like I said, I'm at the point now where negative comments don't faze me anymore. But they used to. They'll literally watch one video that happens to be hard sparring, and they saw that it's a hard sparring title. That's why they clicked it, and they're like, "You only spar hard," and they don't click any of the other technical sparring videos.
Frustrating. But
It is frustrating, but you can't win with them. You can't win with them.
So what's hard with them is it like which videos are the ones that get the most views?
Hard sparring.
The hard sparring ones.
And I fully admit, I make videos for the views.
Yeah, I think what's hard about your situation is that you are so talented that no matter how amped up they get, like you can still win.
You still got another gear to go to.
If they continue to go harder and harder, for like me or for Mike, if somebody was like at your level, they would really only cap somewhere. At one point they would, probably like murder us.
Off topic though.
I don't think you're going. Go ahead.
After sparring, you do not give yourself enough credit. Like you move very well, especially for a 240 pounder.
Well, I'll take that.
Yeah, no. So, but anyways, back to what we were saying.
The rounds that you've sparred with guys.
Yeah.
You had a hard round with
Yeah.
somebody. Let's take for example the one that you broke down.
Yeah, I did the breakdown.
Yeah.
Were the rounds after that as hard?
He's actually known for someone who goes a little.
Yeah.
He likes to brawl. He
Lots
likes to
of people
brawl.
have lots of
Yeah.
kids have those.
That specific guy, he actually has that tendency.
So typically with guys that you hard spar with, both guys are really easy to get a hard spar out of. I've got lots of guys who I spar a specific type of way because I typically don't want a hard spar, and I'll play with them a different way. For me, being a guy who does move fast for my weight, I get hit hard a lot because people think in order to hit me, they have to throw hard, and then I get hit hard, and I'm like,
I guess I'm expecting these bigger sparring partners to have the same control as I do. That's about the skill level. The one video that I see Mike actually broke down, he's a recreational. He doesn't have the control.
Right.
And I guess that's where like my ego
I was gonna
steps
say,
in. That's where
in my opinion, that's where you have to take a touch more ownership of it.
Yeah.
Because you have the ability to press the brakes and still be winning. They don't have that ability. They're like, I'm gonna go as hard as I can, and it's probably still not gonna work.
See, that's what I'm working on, and I'll fully admit that I have a bit of an ego, but I also don't have ego. I don't have ego
Yeah.
in the sense that I don't care if someone beats me up.
Yeah.
Outclasses me, like I don't
Right.
care. And I show that all the time.
Sure.
But I have an ego when it comes to like, okay, this guy hit me hard.
It's hitting me hard.
Yeah.
It's the disrespect.
Yeah, the
I
disrespect.
totally understand that. That's totally fair.
So where the ego comes in, you have a really interesting relationship with your ego, and I've met a lot of dudes where there are a lot of different places in their journey about killing their own ego.
I feel like ego is a pretty strong word.
I'm using ego
Like,
in the
this-
clinical sense,
in-
not like,
okay.
oh, I have an ego. Your ego. Everyone
Yeah.
has an ego. You have a very unique relationship with your ego.